Happy Sunday. Nothing like a hot cup of tea. Hey everyone, good morning and happy Sunday. It is the 26th of February and I'm in a particularly, I don't know what's going on here. There's a little scrolly thing. I've hit the wrong one. There we go. I'm in a little bit of an unusual mood, I'm not going to lie, because I haven't got tea today. Now, I don't drink coffee. Hey, Carol. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. I'm really excited, by the way, today about this 6 degrees of Wikipedia separation thing. But before we get to that, I'm drinking, you can't quite see it. I'm not going to lie. It does look like swamp water. But as you probably know, massive fan of Sandy Toksvig. And I was listening to a Sandy Toksvig try saying that. Sandy Toksvig podcast. And she talks about this Sudanese coffee, which she calls magic coffee or coffee with medicine, and how it was super lovely and she didn't get sick all the time that she was filming over in India. And so I thought, oh, that sounds really good. So I did loads of searching around, finally found a Sudanese coffee, and it arrived the other day. And it doesn't look at all, it's strange kind of, hey, Mark, do you know what, next week I'll show you. It's like, almost like really, really fine bark chippings. It doesn't look like beans or anything like that. Very, very light as well. And you can kind of see it brews to this really watery, slightly yellowy colour. And I wasn't entirely sure if I should actually put milk in it. And I don't drink coffee. So the idea of the spice Sudanese coffee is that you put spices and stuff in it. So I grated a little bit of fresh ginger in it, tiny little bit of sugar. It's really good, really, really good. And this week, I have to talk to you about Judi Dench in a second as well. This week, I have got this. Now, I've been doing a lot of travelling recently, and I was in Terminal 5 at Heathrow, which is one of my favourite airports to fly through Heathrow. And at Terminal 5, they have a Fortnum & Mason, and in Fortnum & Mason, they do these huge, long tins called Chocolicious biscuits. And this one is one of those. It is absolutely flipping gorgeous. Hey, Michelle. Oh, it's Michelle's daughter's 25th birthday today. Well, happy birthday, tiny Michelle. And this, check this out. Oh, look at the chocolate in it. It's so thick. You see it? Massive bit of chocolate, and then it's this lovely. So, no cake for 11s today. Biscuits. Do you know it's a little bit left field, but if you've got quite a nice, big, chunky biscuit, do you know what's depressing? When people crack open the nice biscuits or something. Oh, would you like a biscuit with your tea? And you think, oh, yes, please. And then you get like a bourbon or something. You think, oh, is that it? Stick with the tea. Maybe I'm a bit ungrateful. Anyway, so I'm sat at breakfast the other day in this hotel I'm staying at. And behind me, I hear this voice. And I think, gosh, that voice is really familiar. And then she keeps talking, and I think, oh, I know that voice. It's Judi Dench. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have always wanted to meet Judi Dench. There are when people say, oh, who do you have at a dinner party? Very, very few people, all of you, Hobbs, but there are very few people that I'd want for that, celebrity special kind of, dinner party thing. Judi Dench would absolutely be on there. I think she's just a gorgeous national treasure. She's got such a lovely heart, really lovely woman, phenomenal actor. Anyway, so she's chatting away, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should turn around and, sort of casually say hello or something. And it's breakfast, so I don't want to do that whole fan thing where, interrupt them eating and stuff like that. But I was really into it. And I'm thinking, okay, wait, is it Judi Dench? And my brain's going, yes, you idiot, of course it's Judi Dench, listen. I think, well, it's a really nice hotel in Scotland, right on the coast. Absolutely the sort of place that I could imagine Judi Dench being. Stunning hotel, absolutely epic view over the, a few hundred yards from the coast, looking out over the North Sea, over a golf course. It was absolutely beautiful. So I take a sip of my tea and I think, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to say, oh, hi, good morning. And I turn around and it's not bloody Judi Dench. It's just some old lady that sounds like Judi Dench. I was so bitterly disappointed. If somebody had said to me, right, bet you £1,000, £100,000, that's Judi Dench. Right now, I'd be homeless. We'd be doing this in a lay-by somewhere. So it wasn't Judi Dench. I didn't get to meet her. Anyway, Carol and Mark love a bourbon. I don't know. I think you need to get out more. Listen, when we do Sunday Elevenses live and you all come along, we'll have a little biscuit off, right? Because the flapjack off didn't happen because you didn't send in your flapjack recipes. So we'll have a biscuit off. I will put out an array of different biscuits and we can vote. And I can bet you any dollar you like that bourbon is not going to even be in the leaderboard. Like, I get it. I don't mind a bourbon biscuit, but compared to some of the amazing, bakes that are out there. By the way, definitely get yourself Sudanese coffee. It almost tastes a bit tea-like, actually. It's got a sweetness to it, which I think is there anyway. I put a tiny, tiny bit of golden sugar in it, but actually I think could have done without it because it's lovely. And you can just get the warmth of the ginger through. So, Mark, you're off your face. What is this? What do you lot drink before the... Is it just me that thinks about Elevenses being a nice little Sunday Elevenses thing? Mark's dipping his bourbon... Be careful what I say. He's dipping his bourbon in orange juice. What are you doing? This is all sorts of wrong. Anyway, listen, let's crack on with a little bit of this. I want to see how far we can get. And thank you, Carol. It's a step too far. It's more than a step too far. It's off the chart. Inappropriate is what it is. So listen, let's have a little look at this. Now, this is Wikipedia, right? Now, you can log on and do it yourself as well if you want. Here's the deal. You've probably all heard of 6 degrees of separation. That's the idea that we're only 6 handshakes away or 6 sort of connections away from somebody else that we know, right? Or that we're a lot more connected and things are a lot more connected than we think they are. So here's the game. I love this. You are going to give me a random start point and you're also going to give me a random finish point. And I happen to have this website here, which is 6degreesofwikipedia.com. In there, we put the beginning, so the first topic you're going to give me, and then we put in the target topic, and this will find the shortest path. So this will tell us how quickly we can get there, and then I'm going to go back on and see if we can find out how to do it. So the first person who enters a starting subject, it could be literally anything you will find on Wikipedia. It could be orange juice, it could be Tom Cruise, it could be motor car, it could be Sudanese coffee, it could be literally anything you want. The first person who enters that in the comments, that's where we're going. Michelle is still on Cocoa Pops and orange juice. Oh no, oh my gosh. She has her Cocoa Pops with orange juice instead of milk. Oh my gosh, we are well overdue a Darwinistic cull. What is that all about? Pop in the comments. While I'm waiting, this is amazing. This is, I think, cherry chocolicious or something from Fortnum & Mason. Absolutely amazing. Very good. Which will be perfect. Right, Carol's saying Judi Dench. Amazing, well done. Judi Dench. There she is, English actress. And where are we going to? Let's have a little look. I now need a target subject. Biscuits. Well done, Carol. Biscuits. Biscuits, sweet baked product. Go. Let's have a little look. This is exciting. I know it's not you, Michelle, but still you know her. I mean, that's 6 degrees of separation, right? You know, you're closer than you think. So we're having a little look now, or 6 degrees of Wikipedia was having a little look to see what the shortest link is between Judi Dench and biscuits. It's taking longer than I thought it would. And then we'll see if we can do it live. Now, you can join in at home. If you've got your own computer, you can see if you can do it in less than I can. Oh no! Try it again. Keep it topical, Carol. I like that. We might have to do it blind, because if this doesn't turn up an answer, we'll just have to crack on and see how quickly we can do it. But I am going to put a time limit on it. I'm not going to be here at like 1:30 going, did it. It's not exactly a spectator sport, this, is it? Well, come on. It's a good job I'm not trying to sell 6 degrees of Wikipedia, isn't it? Because I think by now I'd have thought, I'm not that bothered. Oh. Thumbs up for Sudanese coffee. The only challenge with Sudanese coffee, oh, it's broken, rubbish. All right, we're going to try it anyway. Here we go. All right, Judi Dench. Oh, there. Right, count the clicks. Now, I suppose technically you would read this and think of something that might link you towards a biscuit, right? So very, very quickly. Oh, what about Royal Albert Hall? That might get us to London. London might be biscuits, something like that. Let's have a Royal Shakespeare Company, BBC, probably not. Oh, Nigel Slater had a, oh no, that was toast, wasn't it? Not biscuit. Oh well. Why didn't he write a play called Biscuit? Let's have a little look. Okay, I'm going to go, just because we could be, I'm going to go Royal Albert Hall. So that's 1 click, right? Okay, so from the Royal Albert Hall, we know, okay, this is really exciting. If you don't get out much or haven't got many friends. It'll be me all over. What have we got here? Prince, oh, right, okay, so Prince Albert, we have to be careful where we go, it's Sunday morning. Queen Victoria, let's try that one, because that's 3 clicks. Oh gosh, it's really exciting. There must be something in Queen Victoria about food or what she liked. Oh, look, it was a signature, it's all very interesting. Looks like Justionalically. Accession, marriage, Albert. So we're looking for links that might, I'm hoping there might be some kind of one for Fortnum and Mason or something like that. Or I know how we could force it to there, and that's that we could get to one of the heirs, later years, Windsor Railway Station, here we go. Oh gosh, this could be interesting. Golden Jubilee, there's got to be something about biscuits in Golden Jubilee. Gosh, it's like, this is what it must be like being like a police officer. What do you mean is it not 2 clicks? What do you want about 2 clicks? Royal Albert Hall, and I've said 2 clicks, haven't I? Mark, has somebody had a few too many bourbons? Instead of bourbons? What's his different? Death? Probably not. Did they have a biscuit named after her or not? Okay, so we're going to go Elizabeth II. If there's anything in legacy. Okay, here, Elizabeth II. So that's 3 clicks. Elizabeth II. Oh my gosh, there are so many. Oh, don't you miss the Queen? That's made me a little bit nostalgic now. I still can't believe that she's dead. It's such a tragedy. Yeah. Is there a character in Shakespeare, i.e. Duke of Bourbon? There might be, Bourbon. But, how right, Bruton Street, Mayfair. Now we could probably go via Mayfair to get to Biscuit. I like how you have to sort of use your brain a little bit. Let's see if we've got some, it'd just be so easy, wouldn't it, to get to Fortnum and Mason through one of the things that she's done, or a royal warrant or something like that. Golden Jubilee. Oh, any suggestions, gang? Pop them in. 3, Golden Jubilee longevity, blah, 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 gastroenteritis. What is this all about? This is really good fun. There she is. Oh, she was actually really pretty as a young girl, wasn't she? Walking sticks. I mean, you could really go off on a real tangent. Paddington Bear, Jubilee Concert, Liz Truss, death. Oh gosh, I mean, it's just weird, isn't it, the idea of a death? I think I might genuinely have to watch the funeral procession all over again, because it was just amazing. We were away when the news came in. I knew straight away as soon as there was movement what was happening. Titles, arms. Oh, this is difficult. Okay, right. So we're going to go Mayfair, because that will get us to that area of London where Fortnum and Mason is. Here, so what's that, 4 clicks, I think? We'll ask the click police. Mark, how many clicks is that? And then I'm guessing you're all at Piccadilly. That would be the one. And then, so that's 5 clicks, I think. And now let's find Fortnum and Mason, because I know that will get us to biscuits. That's 5. Is this 5? Are we at 5? Oh, blimey, this is so difficult, isn't it? Paddington Bear might take you, Sandwich might take you to biscuits. Oh, that's a good idea. But of course, the problem is I always forget there's a lag. So by the time I've made a decision, you're about 20 seconds behind me. So yeah, maybe the suggestions aren't going to help so much. Fortnum and Mason. I think this is 6 clicks. Okay, great. Now let's find, we have to find biscuit quick. Oh, Scotch egg. I know. Claims you invented the Scotch egg. I would quite like to try it. I'm going into London next week. I might try and stop by and do a little review of the, not that anyone's interested, but there you go. Tercentenary, is that an actual thing? Wow. Where is biscuit on here? Claudia Winkleman. I don't want Claudia Winkleman or Winkles. I want biscuits. How is there not a link to, oh blimey, I've ruined it. I honestly thought there would be a link to biscuits here. Oh no. I thought I was going to do it in 6. Now I'm going to have to go around the houses and find out how to do it. This really isn't a dried fruit, maybe. Oh, preserves. No, preserves isn't quite. That's the closest we've got to food, though, isn't it? Ceramics, baked beans. Oh no. There isn't anything. Hello, Kate. There isn't anything here. Royal Warren. Platinum pudding. Oh, nuts. This probably isn't a... Oh, it's not a very interesting game to play when you're not winning. I'm not going to lie. Where it came from, which I thought was interesting... Oh, hang on. I can't quite see the bottom because I've moved something. So, ooh, no. I don't know. I'm going to click around and see where we can get to, see if we can do it by the end. But I'm sort of losing... I'm going to go to preserves. And then from preserves... We'll try and find... I love the idea that some of you could have done it. Oh, sugar. We could do sugar. I know, Michelle, but it's not very interesting, is it, to do? Like watching me scroll through fruit butter, fruit spread, jam, jelly, marmalade, uses. Biscuits! Yeah! Is that 8 or 6? I don't know. Nadia Hussein was in Bake Off. Where was that? Where was Nadia Hussein? Was she back in the Fortnum and Mason one? Anyway, we're here now. We've done it in 2. So that is it. That's 6 degrees of separation, or 6 degrees of Wikipedia. You can play it yourself or have friends. One of the two. One of the things that made me think of it was, in this podcast, Sandy Toxvig was saying that she plays a version of Scrabble, which I just think is inspired. I don't have Scrabble, but I'm going to buy it just for this. So the rule is, you have to pick an accent, not a language, an accent, and you can spell the word any way you want, but you have to be able to pull off the word in that accent convincingly. And if you can do it convincingly, and it sounds like it would be a word in that language, then you can have the points. Isn't that brilliant? And you get extra points for the more sort of likely it is that it sounds real. I just think that's a great way of playing Scrabble, because it's free reign. That's a fun way, isn't it? That sounds like a sort of way that you play Scrabble after half a bottle of wine or something like that. Or for me, a sip of wine. So there you go. So that is 6 degrees of separation, or 6 degrees of Wikipedia. I wouldn't bother with the website because it looks like it's broken, but yeah, there you go. I quite enjoyed that. That was quite good fun. And if you were doing it with somebody else, or if you were, I don't know, on a long travel journey or something, I think that's good, right? So after this, I don't know what you're up to, but I am going to finish making Sunday dinner, and I haven't had Sunday dinner for, well, weeks and weeks and weeks. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. Went out with my best friend recently, and we had Sunday dinner, all 4 of us with the doggies. That was very lovely. At a pub, don't do that very often, but today I'm doing Sunday lunch. So why am I telling you? Because I think one of the greatest things we can do is to create rituals in our life of sort of regular things that enable us to do things like switch off, like connect with people. So I wonder what your rituals are. I would love to know. I wonder if maybe I should do a little poll on Twitter or on Instagram, because I'd like to collect for the new book, still writing it. I'd like to collect a sort of summary of what people's rituals are, what you do. Elevenses is a ritual for me. Elevenses on a Sunday is now a ritual for us all. And I like the idea that, you know, there are little things we can do, little moments that we can take out. Maybe it's a ritual for you to remember somebody that you've lost, or maybe it's a ritual of something that enables you a bit of time out to escape. I know certain people have rituals on the toilet. They're little like bathroom rituals, WC rituals, where they'll, you know, drink, probably not drink, but they'll maybe have a little snack or read on the toilet. I always find that a little bit annoying, don't you? Like when people, when you go to somebody's downstairs loo and they've got loads of, like a mini library, and you think, oh, I mean, you don't need to, just get it done and move on with life. You don't just shut yourself away in there, do you? Maybe they don't have very good relationships with their family. Maybe that's what it is. And so the only time they can get time to themselves is to shut themselves in the downstairs toilet. I suppose if you've got young kids, that would probably be that same thing, wouldn't it? But anyway, I would recommend Sudanese coffee. Mark's sister apparently makes the best Sunday lunches. All right, so tell me why. I need to know what makes the best Sunday lunch, because for Christmas, I cooked the goose, right? On the barbecue, smoked it, gorgeous. And I used the goose fat, because there's loads of it, so there's no point, you know, wasting other fat. You've got free fat. For the Yorkshire puddings, and they were huge. They rose and they tasted amazing. Now today, I'm decided at the fairly last minute, I'm going to cook the chicken on the barbecue. I'm not going to smoke it. I'm just going to indirectly cook it. It's so succulent and moist and lovely. I'm going to do it on the barbie. So I might maybe use some of the chicken fat, but I've sort of used a bit of olive oil already for the Yorkshire tin. And so I need to know what is it that makes somebody's Sunday lunch amazing? Michelle doesn't watch TV until Sunday at 6. Oh, on a Sunday until 6. I was going to say, that's a lot of catch up. That's a nice little ritual. Andy Warhol. No, Warhol. The current Mrs. Andy, okay, does all the cooking through the week. So our weekend ritual is that either I cook or we go out. So we go out. I think the current Mrs. Andy sounds like a permanent Mrs. Andy if she cooks for you all the week. Mr. Andy. But there you go. Oh yeah, Sunday lunch. Chicken and rhubarb crumble. Chicken and rhubarb crumble. What is it with you lot? I just don't understand. See, for a long, long time I've been doing these Sunday Elevenses now, and I think we connect. I think it's a really nice, you know, I think, oh, this is my people, it's my tribe. We like the same sorts of things, we like talking about the same stuff, we can share, you know, controversial things in a nice, safe, understanding way. You might not agree with everything I say, or I might not agree with everything you say, but that's all right. We've never met each other, and actually that means that this is a very safe space that could be actually an unsafe space, because, you know, there's a lot of trolling and nasty stuff that happens online, but we're creating a little community here of nice people, and I think, oh, these are my people. And then you come along dipping your bourbons in orange juice and knowing people that flood your cocoa pots with orange juice, and then you have chicken and rhubarb crumbles. And I'm not sure I don't know. I don't know if it's not me, it's you. Is really what I'm saying. But yesterday had an epic day in the garden. Let me tell you about that real quick. So there's a wild area at the garden. Now, obviously, during the winter, not an awful lot to do. And we've had a difficult winter for gardening. It's been very, very cold, very, very icy, very, very wet. Now that we're beginning to get a little bit of the extremes of the weather out of the way, it means you can get in the garden and do stuff. So I'm going to start the video diary back up again for the garden renovation, because phase 1 has sort of been done. And Carol, roast chicken followed by crumble. Ah, yes, very good. Very good, nice. I don't have any rhubarb, unfortunately. I think there's going to be such a big roast dinner. I'm going to serve everybody tea or coffee, nice big pot, and one of those nice little biscuits. I think that'll be probably just enough. A little sweet treat. Although judging by a couple of people that are coming, they'll probably have 3 or 4 of the nice biscuits, but glazing over that. What was I saying? Yeah. So if you look on YouTube, tons more videos coming up with the garden renovation. So I started to strip back the wild area a little bit more, cut down some dead trees, creating some big piles for nature and wildlife and stuff, but also so that I could fence Woody in, because I have the James Dean of Labradors who just keeps escaping. And that's not his fault, it's because he's realised that if he ventures a little bit further up the garden, there's no fence, because I didn't need it before he was a puppy. Now he's got a little bit more free rein. And you know, when I go out, I just let him get on with this thing while I potter around in the garden. But there were 2 occasions recently, and we live quite near to a road, a village road, but it's still a road, where our neighbours brought him around and said your dog was wandering around. So very, very, very close call. So I have been yesterday fencing the rest of the garden in, and it took for ages, because at the very end of the garden there's loads of overgrown sort of landai and stuff like that, and you're sort of going in, you're cutting all the dead branches off, so there's a, you know, a flat bit that you can put a fence up against. I spent an hour doing it, knocking in posts, rolling the fence, doing it on my own. It's quite difficult fencing on your own, because it's all a bit, you know, unstable and wobbly, and the roll of fence is heavy. And anyway, I did it because I'm brilliant, largely. And I was really proud of myself. I stood around thinking, actually, that's great. There's no holes. He's in. This is great. So I call him, because I couldn't see him. Call him again. I had this little rustle behind me. He's the other side of the bloody fence. I'm like, how have you got there? How have you? I've just spent an hour fencing the garden in, and you're the other side. So I'm calling him back, and he's, you know, because he's an idiot, he's 8 months old, he's like nudging the fence and can't work out why he can't get it through. And then he ran off and crawled through like a little gap in the hedge where he'd got through. I thought, oh, for crying out loud. So in order to fence that, I'd have had to move all the hedge, and I thought, I'm not doing that. So I started moving. We've got a sort of a load of dead trees that the people who were here before just left at the bottom of the garden. So I started moving those into the corner to create like a bigger barrier and a denser barrier so you can't get through it. So the garden is now 98.9% woody proof. But that's the main bit done. And then started cutting back stuff, and I've got 2 tons of soil arriving tomorrow to start planning the wildflower meadow out the front of the house. I'm going to cover all of the front of the house, not the front of the house, that would be a bit strange, but in front of the house with soil, sow some wildflower meadow, so you'll walk through a bit of wildflower meadow to get to the house, and it will wrap all the way around the house. So a lot of stuff going on. Mark's been planting some crocuses. Oh, lovely. I love a good crocus. Oh, he planted some, but not many came up. That's interesting. And something keeps eating the flowers of the crocus. It could well be squirrels, or it could be slugs, of course, because we've had this strange weather warming up. So there's all sorts of things that are starting to come out. I even saw a couple of bees flying around the other day, and that's really unusual for them to be flying, you know, very far this time of the year. Yeah, Carol's lost some shrubs over the winter. It is sad, but you're right, it is an opportunity. I've planted a number of different new shrubs in the garden. Some have survived and others haven't, and that's nature, isn't it? So it's one of the things that we get to enjoy doing. So maybe that. Anyway, Michelle, no squirrels, by the way. Mine, I was thinking a little mouse. A mouse? Why haven't you got squirrels, Mark? That's a very confident no squirrels, that, Mark. Oh yeah, and of course blackbirds. Yeah, anything sort of pecking, really. This time of the year, as it starts to warm up, they'll be attracted to anything sort of yellow and polleny. It's unlikely to be birds eating the centre of crocuses, but who am I? We should definitely be asking somebody like, what's his name? What's that? Isn't it like Spring Watch and Autumn Watch? We should probably talk about that next time. The BBC's making big cutbacks. They've decided Winter Watch is out. Spring Watch has been cut down. Oh no, it was Autumn Watch out. Autumn Watch has gone, is that right? So it's just Spring Watch and Winter Watch? I can't remember, one of the two. And they're cutting them back as well. Anyway, Packham, that's it, Chris Packham. He'd tell you all about the blackbirds and whether they eat crocuses. But that's the joy about nature, isn't it? When you think you know everything, something turns up and you think, wow, look at that. That's totally unexpected. And there we are. We've done 6 degrees of separation. We've done chocolate biscuits. We've done Sunday roasts, which you still haven't told me the secret for the Sunday roast. You'll have to pop onto Instagram and let me know what the secret of your Sunday roast is. I would like to try that. Michelle's leaving the lawn cutting till June to help the wildlife. Love, love, love that. So the secret this time of the year is to give it a cut now to promote the growth, and then leave it so the dandelions come through, or the daisies or whatever, so because the bugs and particularly the bees will love that. And I love dandelions being there, because if you keep it cut the rest of the year, if you just want a lawn, that will keep those knocked back and that'll be absolutely fine. But if you allow them to come through and flower, you've got some really gorgeous pollen. So, so, so important, dandelions, for bees. It's a really, really good source of amino acids. and very, very rare this time of the year to get lots of pollen. So anyway, you have a wonderful Sunday, whatever you're up to. Enjoy your ritual. If you don't have a ritual, maybe have a little think about what your Sunday ritual could be. And it could just be that, do you know what? At 11:30, I'm going to watch a film. Or 11:30, I'm going to sit down, make a special cup of tea or a special pot of coffee. Could be Sudanese coffee with a little bit of ginger. Highly recommend it, PS. And have a little bit of a read, maybe for half an hour. A bit of time to yourself. So, crispy potatoes and puffy Yorkshire. Puffy Yorkshire yourself, Carol. Have a lovely day and enjoy whatever you're up to. I can't believe already we're at the end of Elevenses. It's been a joy seeing you, and I will see you, I think, next week. See you in the week anyway on YouTube. And if you haven't yet, please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Super, super important because you'll get notifications of all the exciting stuff coming out. We have got an epic. If you haven't already, go and check out episode 1 of Jez and Woody's California Adventure. Episode 2 is about to go up any day now. Might be tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Love you lots. Take care and be kind to yourself and to everyone else. Bye-bye. Hey, happy Sunday. Nothing like a hot cup of tea